Hello, welcome back. We're here for video number 3, college essays that got me into Notre Dame. As a warning, they're super cringy. I'm sorry. I thought, if I'm gonna put my life on the internet, go big or go home. So for ND, I'm just gonna say ND because British people know it's Notre Dame. Americans are like Notre Dame, so I'm just gonna say ND. So for ND, I did Common App, which is the one that most people do. I think you can do Coalition App or something. I think there's another one, but basically I did Common App. You have to do the main essay, which isn't what I'm doing today. These are the ND specific ones, and then I think if I'm remembering correctly, they have 6 prompts and you pick 3. I think. Basically, I did 3 specific essays. A tip for anyone who's applying this year or next year, you can tell quite a lot about a school from their essays. So for ND, 3 of them or something were about religion, 2 were about helping people, and then 1 was about academic pursuits or something like that. But basically you could tell it's a Catholic school. They're really big on getting involved and helping people. You can tell what a school's like from their essays. So definitely look out, and if you're not vibing with the school's essays, then maybe it's not school for you. So ND, obviously, as I said, has a few on religion, helping people, stuff like that. I'm not super religious, so I went for the ones that were how do you want to help people, what's important to you, that kind of stuff. So let's get on into it. Okay, so the first one, I actually think this one might be one that everyone has to answer and then you pick 2. I'll read you the prompt. So the founder of the Congregation of Holy Cross, Blessed Basil Moreau, wrote, "We shall always place education side by side with instruction. The mind will not be cultivated at the expense of the heart. How do you hope a Notre Dame education and experience will transform your mind and heart?" And then it's 200 words. This is the part where I cringe and regret my decision to share this. So I said, "At Notre Dame, I hope to grow both intellectually and personally so I can be better equipped to make a positive impact on the world. An ND education and experience will build upon the morals instilled in me from my upbringing as a Catholic, expanding my knowledge and giving me the opportunity to form connections with a diverse collective of like-minded individuals with whom I can share energy and spirit in classes, residence halls, and at football games. I'm attracted by ND's huge Irish spirit. I'm eager to contribute to it by becoming a rower and have already reached out to the coach. I'll use my enthusiasm and team mindset to form strong connections with teammates and support ND's successes. I hope to study political science because I'm fascinated by how governments run and how nations differ politically. Because of ND's well-rounded approach, studying political science here will leave me inspired and with the know-how to make a difference. Aside from majoring in political science, I'll actively engage with the subject through real-life experience in the Washington program. Moreover, I'll join clubs like Modern United Nations to consider international problems and use my past experience to represent ND at conferences." So, in conclusion, cringe. But I just think, just be yourself. It's not like I was the most successful. So, maybe if you want to go to an Ivy or somewhere that isn't ND, Syracuse, Fordham or Temple, ask someone else. But if you're interested in any of those 4 schools, then my best advice is be yourself and just kind of write what you actually think, because they can kind of tell if it's not you. And it even that one, I feel like it was a little bit weird, and I feel like I could have been more me, but just try and be you. Okay, so the second one that I did has a really long prompt, but that's okay. So, in response to the rising momentum behind the Black Lives Matter movement during June 2020, G. Marcus Cole, the Joseph A. Matson Dean of the Notre Dame Law School, penned an open letter entitled, "I am George Floyd, except I can breathe and I can do something." He issues a call to the Notre Dame community saying, "Each of us must do what we can wherever we are. What is one action you're taking to change this world for the better?" And again, 200 words. Right. I said, "I've always struggled to accept that I can't help everyone who needs it. However, since I've been fortunate enough to receive a great education, one thing I can do is share it with others to make a positive impact. In 10th grade, year 11, I spent Saturday mornings teaching 4th graders, year 5 students, extension maths. I loved engaging with them and finding new ways to teach them more challenging concepts. The sessions improved their understanding and gave me skills that I've transferred to tutoring. Additionally, last year I travelled to a local primary school each week and taught 5th graders, year 6 kids, a dance I'd choreographed. These kids were quite challenging, making this more mentally demanding, but the influence I had on them made it worth the effort. Their teacher told me it was the highlight of their week, and frankly, I enjoyed it as much as them. I've also helped others through education more indirectly. As charity committee prefect, I organised initiatives to raise money, like the virtual pub quiz I ran over lockdown. Connecting with my school community, discussing a range of topics and experiencing everyone's enthusiasm for learning quirky facts was amazing, and the money raised went to a school for special needs children. That was actually lockdown 1, but that was when we thought there was only going to be 1. Okay, yeah, so that was my second essay, how I help people. The last essay, so this one has a shorter prompt, so yay. Notre Dame has a rich history deeply rooted in tradition. Share how a favourite tradition from your life has impacted who you are today. Again, 200 words, basically all of them 200 words. Okay, so for this one I said, from as young as I can remember, my family have eaten dinner together every day. We sit around a table eating our evening meal and talking. This tradition, while seemingly inconsequential, has had a very significant impact on who I am today. Because of eating together, I've learnt the importance of allocating time for family, friends and neighbours, the people who constitute my community and support me. Dinner provides a time to focus on those present and appreciate all my blessings. Thanks to a no toys at the table rule, I had to do this from a young age. I didn't initially welcome having to do it, but I now understand why it was there. It's led to particularly strong connections with my immediate family, to the extent that I regularly keep in touch with my brother even though he's away at university. Furthermore, during dinner we've often engaged in intellectually stimulating conversations, which is, for example, how I learnt capital cities and about nutrition. This tradition has taught me how to learn from those around me and to converse, and I therefore intend to continue with it in my own future. Super cringe. But I think, I don't know, I'm a cringe person, so it does make sense. So if you're cringe, be cringe. If you're funny, be funny. Like, just do whatever's you, and hopefully it'll work. Just try and be yourself as much as possible, and if they like you, they like you. If not, probably wasn't meant to be, and that's okay. We learn to move on. Failures make us stronger. We're all okay. So those are my essays. I hope you enjoyed. From like my last videos, I did actually get quite a few people reaching out, like asking questions about like the process, being international, how to apply and all that stuff. But basically, I'm actually really happy for you to reach out. I like answering questions, so if anyone wants to know anything, please just like message me. And if you have any video ideas, I'm happy to hear them. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.